Hi everyone, ever scrolled through the internet and seen a comment so toxic you had to stop and wonder, how is this even allowed? Hate speech online isn't just mean, it can spread misinformation and promote violence. Social media platforms do try to block it, but there's too much content for humans to manually review. And that's where AI comes into play. In my team's research, we explored how AI can be used to automatically detect hate speech, and more importantly, which language model does it better, DistilBERT or RoBERTa. But we didn't just stop at performance, we also did linguistic analysis to find out what kind of words or patterns these models actually respond to. RoBERTa and DistilBERT are both trained to understand human language, but they work a bit differently. You can think of RoBERTa like a big, detailed book. It gives you lots of information and gets things right, but it takes longer to read. DistilBERT is like the summary version, quicker to read, easier to handle, and still get most of the important points. But what exactly are the trade-offs?
We tested both of our models on user-generated content from Reddit posts labeled as hate, neutral, or counter-hate. Each post had two parts. The first is a parent sentence, which was the original comment or context. The second is a target sentence, which was the reply that we wanted the model to classify. So, what did we find? Overall, RoBERTa was slightly more accurate, but DistilBERT also produced comparable results. Here's the breakdown. The difference in accuracy between the two models was only about 3 to 6%, which isn't huge. On the other hand, DistilBERT was around 35% faster than RoBERTa, which makes a big difference if you're running this in real time, like a comment moderation system.
For qualitative results, we looked at common misclassifications made by the models to identify their limitations. One big issue is that both models rely heavily on profanity to detect hate, but profanity isn't always hateful, and hate speech doesn't always include profanity. They also focus too much on names or places, but since context around them is minimal, it sometimes leads to misinterpretations. Finally, when it comes to tone like sarcasm or anger, the model shows some difficulty as they primarily rely on word choice rather than deeper emotional cues. Despite these limitations, our research shows that you don't always need the biggest model to make a meaningful impact. Even lighter AI can play a powerful role in making our online spaces safer, more respectful, and a little more human. Thank you for your time, and remember, words does matter, so let's use them wisely.